Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Minister Robert Brantley, a founding member of the Center for Economic and Social Justice. Welcome to the 2008 Focus on the Fed. Thank you for joining today's rally at the Federal Reserve Building to promote peace and prosperity through monetary justice. This rally is sponsored by the American Revolutionary Party in cooperation with the Center for Economic and Social Justice. As your Master of Ceremonies today, I will introduce and coordinate our speakers, as well as provide some comments of my own. Our rally will last about an hour. The opening invocation will be offered by Egyptian Cleric Sheikh Dr. Ahmed Mansour. In addition to myself, our featured speakers include the Honorable Pastor Walter Fontroy of Washington, D.C., and Dr. Norman Curlin, President of the Center for Economic and Social Justice and co-founder of the American Revolutionary Parties. Other speakers will include Ms. Marie Curlin, Mrs. Dawn Brohan, Mr. Joseph Racinos, and Mrs. Harriet Epstein. Prior to our invocation by Dr. Mansour, we will have a reading by Mike Greaney, Director of Research for the Center for Economic and Social Justice.
Thank you, Reverend Brantley. We've just received today this letter from Reverend Cassian P. Yuhaus, rector of the Basilica of the National Shrine of St. Anne in Scranton, Pennsylvania, one of the largest Catholic churches in the United States. Dear CESJ, I am honored to be invited to the 4th annual rally of Focus on the Fed. Your topic this year could not be more necessary and urgent: peace and prosperity through monetary justice. I know that the rally will be followed by the CESJ annual meeting on the next day, April 19th, another important event in our history. With this letter, I wish to affirm my total commitment to CESJ and my particular commitment to your personal work. I did write to Mr. Warren Buffett, and I hope the meeting will take place. I have spoken to our dear friend, Cardinal Silvestrini, former Vatican Secretary of State under John Paul II and Prefect of the Oriental Congregations, who graciously hosted our meetings at the Vatican in the 1990s. Whenever we meet, he inquires about you and about the Center. He assures you of his continued support and prayer for successful outcomes of your many projects. I join my prayers to those of His Eminence. I do believe that there is a special divine providence that has guided your work and enabled you to continue to proclaim to all our country the true meaning of economic as well as social justice for all. Own or be owned. Special regards to all of our friends at CESJ. With every best wish and blessing, Reverend Cassian P. Yuhaus.
Thank you, Mike. At this time, we will have our opening invocation by Dr. Mansour. Dr. Mansour is one of the leading scholars and human rights activists within the global Muslim community. He also heads the International Quranic Center, which has a global membership of moderate Muslims committed to interpretation of the Quran based on natural law theory and fundamental principles as expressed within the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. He has been attacked for his support of women's rights and his strong opposition to any compulsion in the practice of Islam and all other religions. Many fatwas have been directed at him by the Muslim Brotherhood, and he has been jailed and tortured several times by the Mubarak regime before coming to America with his family as political asylees. He has been working with CESJ to launch the Abraham Federation, a global interfaith think tank, and the Action Center for Promoting Peace through Compassionate Justice. Dr. Mansour received his doctorate from the world's leading Islamic university. He was a professor in Quranic studies for 20 years, and he is author of numerous scholarly articles, books, and film strips.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, our Almighty, the Lord of the universe, praise be to God, the owner and the Lord of this university and the day of judgment. You only we worship. You only we ask for help. Please guide us to the right path. The right path of justice. In justice, we will find peace. In justice, we will find freedom of speech and freedom of belief. In justice, we will find tolerance and dignity for all the humans. Please, God, guide us to justice and guide the leader of this country to maintain justice inside and outside of America. Please, God, help the helpless, depressed, persecuted people in the entire world. Please, God, bless those people who are gathered here under your almighty name to call for justice as the third way of prosperity, and guide them and help them and bless them for devoting their lives for this universal third of revolution, peaceful revolution for interest for all the humans. Amen. Thank you.